All right, welcome back everyone. Here's where we're at so far. Got some of the structure actually built last night. Looking forward to getting more of that done today. And there, of course, my tray of teeny tiny pieces. It's pretty full, but I think that is completed now. So all these are going to be transferred to the structure. I don't think there's anything more teeny tiny to build. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits, I build them step by step in real time so you can see all my successes and failures and hopefully how I fix my failures. If you have seen any kits like this that you would like to see built or any of my other projects, feel free to throw it in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my rather extensive list at this point, but I burn through them pretty quick. I post daily. But anyway, without any further ado, let's build some more of this building. Be right back with that. Okay, right off the bat, got to build some windows and walls for the windows. I actually forgot to color in the edges, but the edges are inside. I think that, yes, they sunk in on the other one, so I'm not going to worry about the edges on that one. I'm debating. I think I'm going to color these in. I'm sort of curious. That might. I don't want it to blend too much in. Curious to see how this works on the outside too. We'll find out together. It'll either look good or look indifferent. Who knows? I don't think this doesn't seem like it's going to be one of the details that's really going to make that go. But it might. I'll be able to compare it to this one when it's all said and done. So, but first thing we got to do is get our windows installed on our frames. So we got the old B7000. Even after the mild debacle of last night of me getting stuck to everything, still digging this stuff. That ought to be enough to hold a teeny tiny piece of plastic on. Let's see. Oh yeah, and there's a peel. Let's see here. Flop you down on there, and I think you're going to be pretty close to lining up. Okay. And it's sticky. Okay. Next one. Sort of the same deal. Spread some dabs a little bit everywhere. I just took pick up the peel for my last ones. And I'm still not sure there's not a peel on both sides, but I can only make one side go, so that's the. I hope there's not a peel after I've already stuck on most of them. Yeah, but I think that's it. Maybe. Okay. colors on the walls. So get my, what I've taken to calling my swizzle stick out. It's gonna do about like that, and just hopefully spread it around. Get good coverage on it everywhere. I'm really trying to hit up into those corners more than anything. But I think they're going to be held down by other issues. And you... looks pretty good on there. Whoops, I forgot to color in the sides on that one. Or that one. I guess that'll be a good see the contrast of maybe. That's what I'll go with. That's what we'll look at to decide if it's a good idea to color them in or not. Okay, you. Another one here. Those guys, I still got plenty of glue on those things. They're sticking to each other. And this goes on. And so, I'm not going to take much in the way of glue, but I'm just going to hit and just put a dab in the bottom here. Maybe a dab in the top. Wonder if I can. Nope. And then the window came out. Okay. Evidently, I've not got a good. Okay. So I want to do a sort of. Okay, well, it seems to have corrected itself. It was bowing out really bad there for a second. So leave it. Let the window hang on the inside of the paper, maybe. Yeah. There we go, just, let's see. Yeah. So the window is flush with this side. Yeah. Yeah, that seemed to be much more smooth. Alright, so I got those done. Now, set them aside for later use. Bring in the next batch, which I'm going to actually stray from the instructions a bit, I think. I don't know why they won't give us screws to put these things on, because I always have trouble when I'm trying to glue these things in. I don't have enough screws of that size to do this. It's not a common size for me to have in my toolbox. we're supposed to glue them in place after we get everything assembled, but I think I'm feeling do it now before all the stuff gets in the way, so I don't worry about tearing something up on the other side. But I don't think I'm going to see how the super glue does. Just do a test on one of them just to find out. This is a little bit bigger than one of the ones I've done before, but I ended up, last time I did end up just gluing the door shut when they told me to glue them in place. But I'm going to try and get me a good bit of glue down here. Get into the grains real good, maybe. Going this way and find something to. Okay, this adds some pressure to it. And I'll do a full 10 or 15 seconds because we're doing two different materials. Don't have the grain on the hinge to hold it in place. Let's see how that's done. Okay, so feels pretty okay so far. Close it and open it back. Yeah. I find using glue for hinges to be a dubious thing. I probably should have done it on this one first because it's only got the two to choose from. But I think I'll have to pay extra attention when I install these things to make sure I do them right side up too. But I think that should be a minor issue. Okay, that seems to be pretty stout. I'm not going to go crazy trying to tear it off, but it seems to be stuck pretty good. So, okay, I guess we'll stick with this. And they're good. And it's not dark. This one's not being as cooperative as the other one. Okay. Okay, let's give this another 12 seconds here. Alright. And so it seemed that one wasn't as well recessed as it. Okay. And it did not stick as good either. Yeah, that didn't. Maybe I can. Okay, give it one more shot. Doesn't seem like there should be that much difference in them. Other than okay. Let's see if I can add some pressure this way, maybe. I don't think I am. Feel like I'm adding pressure unevenly. Yeah, but and yes, I'm still feeling dubious about this. So I'll let it dry and get cured or whatever and see how it goes. You know, we'll find out together. You'll know as soon as I do. Okay, now this one seems to be a little bit. The recess is. I don't know if you can see or not, they're much smoother up here than they are down here. This is very... You can hear the difference there. That's the top one and this is the bottom. So I think that might be the issue. There's more surface area on the top because it was the same way on that other one. Get into all the nooks and crannies there. Make sure it's good coverage. Okay. Just 10 or 12 seconds here. Maximum force going straight down on it. Okay, that one also seems pretty stable. Oh. One more, like I say, this, looking at that, I can see the, like I say, the striation, the machine striations in there, so that I think that may be the issue, just not quite enough surface area. So I put way too much in there on that one. Like I said, just straight down, max force. And I'm going to go full 15 seconds on this one. Make it just, like I say, because I'm less enthusiastic about it. Alright, that should be good. Get my... Okay. It seems to be excess glue here, but that seems to be okay. Like I say, that should be... Trying to see where are these. I'm not even sure where these. I hope I've lined them up right now that it's all said and done. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the front opens and the middle opens. Okay, so these got to be. So these are going to end up being like this. It looks like. Oh, wait a second. Were we supposed to put them? Oh, they were all supposed to go together. So this is going to end up like that eventually. So I think I may go ahead and do that. 1, 2. Because that'll be, yeah, because that's going to go. And that's what I was scared of. Yeah, I'm going to check my assortment of screws and tacks and see if I can't find something to do that with. Because the glue is just not going to, yeah, not going to, once you start actually using that thing. Like, okay, that one feels pretty good. But, you know, this one, is that the excessive one? No, maybe it was. I don't know. I'm going to try and find some screws for this. So I'll be back in a minute. And we may bypass this step and do it later. Okay, after what my dad used to call a water haul, or I guess he probably still does, I did find some screws that should work. But what I think I'm going to do, go back through the process of gluing them in place, and then put the screws on top to reinforce the glue. So maybe the double whammy will be enough to do it, because I'm worried about there not being enough meat on the wood to hold the screw in place. So that's the plan. But I think I'm also going to go back to the B7000 just to get a little more expansion, you know, fill in the cracks as it were for the glue. Except, you know, I'm not gonna, except for the one that's already been done. But I'm seeing, so get you, spread you out and squish you in place like that. I had just about given up when I saw the little glint of actually the same. So this should work because they are the same hinges. If I can get them to take a bite into it. A little pressure down and get you to alright, you're in place. Okay. Alright. That is, I'll have clearance with that hinge once it's all said and done. Okay. And I think this one has the 4. We're supposed to put all 4 on the middle and then pick a side. Okay. So that seems like it might be working. Ooh. Well, my battery's going down, but it's not dead yet, so I'll see if I can't finish this up before the battery does. Okay, a little bit of glue. And you're not, it's not flush on there. It's not. Oh, there's a lip on this side. Yeah, I'm getting thoroughly confused by this build. Oh well. We'll find out what happens. I say I'm pressure and ease you in. I think I'm actually going to have enough screws to do this. Okay, it opens flat, so I guess that lip doesn't matter. It's not in the way. It's sort of odd for it to be there. Alright. Okay. Alright. That one installed, and I say that one's tight, but I think it'll work its way loose. Then these guys are supposed to go in there, so we gotta end up with a double hinge thing. But I've only got 3 that are actually still gonna fit. I've got these in emergency. These are a little bit longer, so I can put them in and sand them off on the other side if I want to. So I'm just gonna do 1 and 1 on the. Ooh, actually, that won't be enough. I'm going to start off with doing 1 and 1, and I may end up taking some of those off those to reposition them to get everybody a little bit of coverage. Alright, so. Around. This one. Okay, I'm flashing red on my battery, so I better swap that out. So I'll be right back. Okay, so a little more glue and get the cap on it. Oops, smoothly around. One of these. And do the outside one, I think. Alright. We got one hinge in place. I feel better, it just makes more sense to me to have screws in it. Like I say, once the glue gets situated, I think I'll probably, like I say, reposition to just one screw in each side, because like I say, I don't have enough actual screws to get it done. But for the meantime, and that's not perfectly aligned, but it's pretty close. It's got just a hitch there. Got one to spare. And plus these two, if I need them, I can use them, but I don't really want to because they're going to be too tall. Alright, so I'm going to put these guys and this guy and my spare hinge back in their little baggie. And now okay, I'll skip ahead. I think I did, yeah. Okay. Now this is going to be the front of the building, so it's on this side to open. That's going to open. Look at that again. Yeah. This is where the building folds in half here, and this is like the front cover folding around so you can see inside the store. Okay, so that is upright. So we'll make sure I get these mounted upright properly on these. And where does the pictures go? The pictures go on the front one. So we'll like that. Okay. Now, you guys, keep everybody aligned properly, I hope. Maybe a little swizz on this. Get you in place. Maybe. Alright. And one more time. We'll line these guys up, make sure they're even, so hopefully that'll compensate for the misalignment on the actual wood. I want that brown line, the, what do you call it, chair rail, lined up evenly. That's pretty good. I say, God. Okay, I do got some glue in the hinge there. I just noticed that, but that's bound to happen. Okay, get those a couple of bends right quick. Yeah, it seems to be sticking pretty good. And I may have to go swing by my local hardware store tomorrow, see if I can find. They might have screws that small, but it seems almost a pipe dream. But I'll take a look, a gander, and see. I'll go get my grocery shopping done. And okay, so and of course we're supposed to do all that after I do all the next step, but I say this is the order I'm choosing to do it in. I may end up regretting it, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is building it with the hinge like this, because we got to build the structure around it. Okay, but that's that done. Don't think I'll need you. We are ready for. Ready for. Next step is these guys. I don't think that's going to be a delayed next step. This goes on. Supposed to mount that onto there. I think I'm going to use the side with the writing on it just so it looks clean on the bottom. And these look on the ends. Ends look pretty tight. I am going to just make sure I hit the. Make sure I pull any of the. If there's any paper overlap there, smooth that out. I don't think there was much, but there's some here, so. Actually, I think that's all of it. Looks pretty flush. Okay. Now, this is supposed to go on with that round design towards the back. And then this guy, ooh, that's what I'll do. I'm going to be using this later anyway. I'll just use that as a spacer. We're supposed to get that. Okay. That goes on like that. And then our window from earlier is supposed to go on here. That should be pretty close to, yeah, that's pretty close to flush over on, you can't see it, but it is over on this end, it's pretty close to flush. And, okay, hang on. I think get my clamp out. Yeah, this clamp is deep enough where it should be. I think that's going to work. I can lay it. I can lay the clamp flat. And if I can get these pieces on here and here and grow an extra arm. Bring that in as close as I can here. I'm actually going to get that right on that bottom piece. Okay. And you in there. Okay, that's not going to be flat. It's bending in, so it's not. I think it'll still, the concept is still sound, but it's, yeah, it's not gonna That's not going to work like I wanted it to. I am going to start on this end though, because just I think it'd be easier with the hinge. So let me. Okay, so I got this. Make sure I got this side flush, and this side. Use my jig here in unorthodox manner. Yeah. So that should. Well, that. No, I don't think that's going to work because I got that because it's not set up for that. Okay. Okay. So, bite the bullet and jump in. I'm going to do. Oh, didn't mean to do the zigzag there at the end. Give me 4 good runs here. Get my swizzle down. Alright. Now, you positioned. Get you in there. Let's see, I'm just going to get you. I think I can do the front to back. I can get pretty good. It's the side to side I'm worried about, so I'm just putting that in as a spacer right now. Got that. Okay, so I got a good same depth here. So how's this looking? Okay, that looks okay. Bring in my new clamps here. Put a couple of them on to make sure they stay. Let that do its thing for a minute or 4. And jump to the other side. Because it's sort of the same deal. That's the ceiling. Got the battery compartment goes that way with our little bevel here, no doubt for the wires to get out with. But we've only got the bottom rails to find with, and we're missing a gap too, so that's even worse. So basically, this is the main grabbing side. Okay. I think I'm going to try this similar thing here, except I'm going to run me the bead. Pretty thick bead actually for this stuff. All the way down. And got that far on that side. And you down. And then the same. The windows go in on that side too. Yeah, okay, yeah, that works. Okay. Okay, so you're in place. Just doing a spacer. Okay, tacked in. That looks good over there. Okay. Get my baby clamps out, and I don't have as many spots on this side because I got like a gap there. I'll do there. And here. And I guess I could hit here maybe. Yeah. And they're all lining up pretty good. Okay. Let those guys. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit for 5 or 10 or 15. Let that glue get good and solid, and then we'll come back and try and build us a box. Okay, I should probably wait a little bit longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll with it. See how things go. Stick stick them on there. And you. Okay. So basically, look at this. This is going to go, yeah, whoop, nope. Together like that. Okay. Still not sure about that. Ooh, I think I could. Now, let's see here. Okay, let me just go forth and see what happens. Okay, so got our windows. Are these both? Yeah, they're both the same height on those. Let's see, is there a? Let's see. According to the instructions, D is the one with the little star, and it goes on the front side. It goes across from the pictures in this one. So this here and this here. Okay. Okay. And this is, like I said, these are our roof. So I'm gonna go. Like I said, I'm gonna do the side without the writing on it. The side I marked up with a marker while I was coloring that. I colored one of them. Okay. Let's do the other one while I'm here. Because that would have been a mismatch. That would have been very obvious. Open it up and there you go. Okay. So, thinking. I'm going. I'm probably gonna wrap up with this once I get my little cube made here. Hopefully my cube will be made. I've been debating it where I want to stop tonight, but I think I want to really let this glue set in once I start building upwards. So yeah, that's my plan. So let me start here. Just do a bead into the corner here. And likewise another bead in this corner here, because we got good corners on this one. It's not hollow like the other one. Seems like a good place to start. Got that going to the back, so the windows go on this side. Alright. And then this here onto this side. And they're pretty well lined up front to back. And you're gonna keep falling over on me on that one. No pressure on you. Let's see. Just stand up for another second. I'm going to use the Gorilla Super Glue on the ends to tie it together. It's a high risk, high reward maneuver at this point, I think. So just way too much on there. Spread that out evenly. And likewise down here. Maybe take some of that excess off again. Nice even, smooth coat. And you there. You there. Okay, so that paper was sticking out. Okay, oh, came off on the bottom. Right. This side's good. This side is fighting me. Okay. See, I think I forgot to Okay. Alright. And how bad is that? Not terrible. Right there I got a little bit of a lip on the back side. These are not. Okay, so y'all got to cooperate with me. Okay. It's not wanting to go square. Doesn't look square anyway. Let's see if I can get a. Maybe it is. Okay, no, it was not. There it's. Yeah, because. Oh. Okay. And that's not square either. Okay. Okay, so I have that rest against it for a minute or four. This that window there, I can't clamp it. Let's see. Maybe I can. I can go. It moved. Okay. So that's forcing that one into. Okay, so I think that might work. I've got it clamped around the corner here, so that's sort of forcing that into straight up and down, if this one's straight. Okay, now I guess I could actually keep going while that's drying. Maybe that'll help me get this even over here. And maybe I'll wreck everything. But one way to find out. Okay, so that's. Yeah, so that. Like this would be the goal. And I think. Ooh, let me learn from my mistake. That edge off, because that's what caused my issue. Here's the paper was sticking up, and that sort of put me wonky. The bottom looks okay though. Yeah, the bottom I think is flush like this now. And now should have a solid contact here. And this is okay, not okay. So I'm going. Since this is hollow and I don't have a good. Can't put a bead in the corner on this one. I think I'm gonna go like that, and I'm gonna go super glue. That should be reasonably square. It's all said and done. Ooh. Once again, high risk, high reward. And beveled end. Double check my. Yeah, the beveled end does not get the window, so this is where the window goes. So here, and then across the bottom. Over there. Okay. Window nice and even. And pressure everywhere. Give it a good 10 seconds. Okay. Got that going. Looks pretty okay. Left some residue back here. But we're going to cover that up, so that'll be okay. Now, this side is supposed to go like that. And it's a little wobbly. So I'm going to put my roof in place here, I think. Okay, well, I can actually, I got that side clamped, so I can do a similar thing with this. Just do this, plan this out a little bit, get that lined up. Yeah, that should, if I do the super glue again, I think I can get pressure everywhere I need it to be here. Okay. I think so. Along there, there, across the bottom. We'll just make sure, and it's go time. Line you up. Clear the hinges. 10 seconds. Alright. I think you're square, but not bad. Now this should be not close at all. That should be close, but it's not. So I just have to, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to have to hold it and glue it and let the glue be the clamp for it. Okay. Get my roof on. And a smooth, even coat. And flush and even. And pressure. And I'm gonna go 15 seconds because I got this because it's like I say sprung and it's gonna be fighting it. So I'm gonna give this like I say all the time. Maybe another 3 more seconds. Okay. So we got that. Now I think it still feels pretty wobbly on this side. I may end up having to go back and super glue down there because that must say it feels pretty not stable there. But let's move you up. How close are you? It's not terrible. Everything lines up on the inside. I think let me I regret this. No, that's too small. I was thinking about a rubber band. I'll say it's close. I think for me it's not bad. I say it's a little wobbly. Can definitely have to. Gonna need more screws for these. But once the glue gets set in there, I think what we got. Ooh, that's really wobbly. Let's not play with that too much. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, like I say, since it's so unstable on this piece, I'm going to call that a night. I think it's more than long enough. Getting close to that hour mark, I believe. So I'm going to let that glue set up. I may do some mild clamp. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I will. Still got my clamp out, so I'm going to do a little, just enough to hold it steady, clamp it. I'm not real pressure, just make sure it stays lined up the way I want it, but not there. Put it between the hinges. Then match. No, I think that did it worse. Okay. Maybe I will do it top to bottom. Let me try this way. Okay, yeah, now put some pressure down on the... Okay, yeah, I think that's how I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll force that glue to put in the right place, but everything did line up good on the inside there. That's the chair rail worked, and the windows are... Well, it's a little off on one of them. That's still, I think, for me, pretty good. But I'm going to let that set up before I take my thumbnail picture. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe. And I'll see you next time.